This is the XRP 1-month overview reading for September 2022. Currently, it's August 17th, 2022, 5:51 p.m. That's Eastern time. There's a lot going on here, guys. This is a big month for XRP. Looks like we established new support. It's crossed with, there's some decline in it, but usually the Ace of Discs is a bullish card. In most cases, it's a bullish card. It's establishing like new support. The behavior around the high, out of a decline, there's a fast, sudden move to the upside to end the decline and also to form the high. The behavior around the low, the month's low will be multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on the way into the low. It's a notably bullish chart, guys. It's pretty simple to read where the highs and the lows are. We have a low at the beginning of the month. We have a high at the end of the month. That's typically pretty bullish. But there is a drop in there. There's a sharp drop in there. There's the unicursal hexagram, so that's something to be mindful of. Unicursal hexagram marks a price level that is a good opportunity, or it's an important technical price level of some sort when it comes to like the next sharp decline, like multi-day decline. That price level is usually the decline will go through it. All right, so on the first we have a rally out of a low. So there's two local lows on a one-day chart for XRP for the day of the first. One of those local lows involves a decline with a sharp dip in the midst of it, and the other one involves breakout. So out of the low, there'll be a breakout. There's one swing trade opportunity involving a U-shaped dip on a one-day chart. There's a U-shaped dip there, but the overall behavior for the day on the first is going to be a rally to the upside, marking an opportunity to open up a short position. Oh, by the way, guys, so we have some new affiliates. You can, in fact, short XRP. What I recommend doing is, if you're looking to trade XRP, this is a really bullish month. You can support the channel by going to the link in the comments and using Simple Swap. Simple Swap is really badass. It's one of our affiliates, but it's really badass. There's a ton of different altcoins that you can purchase, but you can also swap between them without having to like go back to a Bitcoin or something like that. You can swap between all these different coins, including XRP. Highly recommend them because it's very simple to use. They even have an API, which I find really cool. So any case, if you're looking to buy XRP, do us a favor and support the channel by going to the link in the comments. You can also do your taxes with the other link, which is CoinLedger. They specialize in crypto taxes. But in any case, you can in fact short XRP. There's a 3 times short XRP token that you can get on Coinbase, I believe. All right, so on the second, the overall behavior on the second is going to be bumping sideways along resistance. We may break through resistance, meet another resistance, that sort of stuff. But there is one local low on a one-day chart for the second, and it's going to involve a breakout out of that low. On the third, we have selling from near overbought territory on RSI. Interesting. So there's probably a little bit of a crest here on the third, and we sell from near overbought territory on RSI with there's a local high on the third, and that will form when we have the halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through a key support level. Looks like the following day on the fourth, we have the low for the month. Or significant low for the month here. Something having to do with spoken word, so there may be somebody important to XRP speaking on the news. We do attempt to establish support here, so it's hard to say if we establish support by coming out of it. Out of the low, or if we attempt to establish support at the low. That's hard for me to determine at this moment. There is one local low there. Oh, and that's spoken word. You should look for the spoken word early in the morning on the 4th. The one local low that you'll see on the 4th involves a period of decline with a sharp dip in the midst of that, and that sharp dip will form the low. Looks like we move higher out of the low on the 4th, most likely, but most likely we move out of the 4th, move out of the low on the 4th. And then on the 5th, from an attempt to establish that support at, around the high there on the 4th, 5th, there's a period of sideways, or excuse me, a period of volatility with a sharp dip in the midst of that period of volatility. One swing trade here, so opportunity to close a swing trade. It looks like that was opened on the 1st, opportunity to close it on the 5th, in the midst of a resistance level that's, there's a key resistance level on at least a one-day chart highlighted there, and that the trade involves that key resistance level. On the 6th, we have a swing trade opportunity as well, involving a U-shaped dip. There's a lot of price movement here. It looks like covered on either the 4th or the 5th, either the 5th and the 6th. Either the 5th or the 6th or both days. There's a lot of price movement covered here. And we have what appears to be a crest that we sell down from to and through support, and then we turn around and we rise back up and reuse that support that we broke through as support again. There's a U-shaped dip involved in the swing trade opportunity. On the 7th, we have a big move to the upside from oversold territory, or possibly from like filling a previous gap down. Looks like probably somewhere in the middle here there's a, so on the 6th we come back, we reuse that support level, and then it's like there's a crest or something there between the 6th and the 7th, with a little bit of a there's a decline between the 6th and the 7th, that's notable. And then out of that, on the 7th, there's a big move to the upside from oversold territory on the there's one local low and one swing trade opportunity, so it looks like an opportunity to close a swing trade that was open on the 6th. The local low involves a key price level on a one-day chart. On the 8th, we attempt to establish support near a high or crest, and we decline from that failed attempt to establish support there. We decline from that due to multiple headwinds. Looks like there's a pretty notable decline on the 9th and the 10th here. There's a swing trade opportunity on the 9th, looks like towards the end of the day, near a crest, and then we decline overnight and into the day on the 10th. Notable decline on the 10th to reach a local low. So on a one-day chart, there'll be one prominent low that stands out, and that prominent low will have formed after a decline that started from like a peak or a crest. There's a notable decline. It'll stand out on a one-day chart. I'm advised to buy protection early in the morning on the 11th. It looks like there is an opportunity to close a swing trade and open another one, or possibly a day trade. Buy protection early in the morning. Range bound on the 11th, so looks like probably the bottom of a range. The bottom of range is likely highlighted because there's decline highlighted here as well. One of the trade opportunities on the 11th involves a period of sideways rotation along a support level that has a sharp dip within it. And then there's another one that involves a prominent reversal on the one-day chart for the 11th that'll stand out. One local high that forms on the one-day chart for the 11th, and it forms after a notable move to the up, like a fast, sudden move to the upside that stands out on a one-day chart. The decline may actually be off of a peak here. There may be a peak here, like a prominent crest on, for the month thus far, and there's a sharp decline off of it, somewhere between 9th and the 10th. Looks like we have another crest here around the 12th. We move higher on the 12th out of a local low. There's a breakout out of the one local low that we see on the 12th in the beginning of a rally, it appears. I am advised to buy protection here. The rally is misleading. There's some sideways back and forth crisscrossing through the same price level, actually 3 times through the same price level. On the third cross, we confirm a bullish trend. This is on the 13th. one local low that forms from a decline out of a peak or crest. It's a notable decline on a one-day chart. But it looks like the rally that's confirmed at the end of the day on the 13th should not be trusted. We break down through a diagonal trend line, either early in the day on the 14th or late in the day on the 14th, and we have increasing volatility as we move further lower and into the day. A swing trade opportunity involved in a notable reversal on a one-day chart. Sorry guys, there's something going off in my ear. I don't understand why when you put it on repeat on YouTube, it's still, sometimes it doesn't repeat, it just skips anyways. It's so annoying. Sorry guys. Alright, so a rally that's shouldn't be trusted here on the 13th and 14th, so I'm advised to buy protection here somewhere around the 12th, in the midst of this big move higher, 12th and the 13th. On the 14th, a confirmation of a bullish rally should not be trusted, and then there's a breakdown through a diagonal trend line we were rallying along. There's a breakdown through it after a fast sudden move to the upside, and once we break down through it, it increases in volatility. The one local high on the 14th is going to form after a fast sudden move higher, so don't trust that fast sudden move. On the 15th, there's two local highs and one local low on a one-day chart. There's a lot going here on the 15th, so the overall behavior is sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend preceding a rally. Two local highs here on the one-day chart for the 15th. One that forms when we successfully turn resistance into new support. Another one that forms when we have some volatility along some rotation along a key support level around a high. So also pretty bullish. Swing trade opportunity in the midst of a key technical resistance level, and the one local low on the 15th forms near a key technical price level. On the 16th, we have a notable move, like it'll be a surprising move, and we have a month's crest on the 16th. On the 17th, month's crest again, even in the face of some negative headwinds. That's surprisingly, we move higher into a month's crest again on the 17th. On the 18th, there's volatility that increases in momentum as we move forward into the day. On the 19th, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a secondary resistance, and then we have what appears to be a sharp drop, a halting of that rally due to a notable decline through a key support level into the day's low, which should be towards the end of the day. There's a cash-in opportunity here, either at the end of the day on the 19th or early in the day on the 12th, because we have a big move. There's an establishment of support, of new support in a bullish manner early on the 19th, somewhere on the 19th, and then we decline through the 19th into the 20th. Notable decline, but out of that decline, there is a big move to the upside. We actually push the upper end of a range that may be on a multi-day chart, but a notable decline at least on a one-day chart, but possibly on the 1 month chart. And then out of that decline on the 20th, there's a move higher pushing the upper end of a range. Rally continues into the 21st. However, it marks an opportunity to open up a short position. There's two local lows on the 21st. One that involves a breakout out of the low, another that involves a period of decline with a sharp dip within that period of decline. And there's a swing trade opportunity involving a U-shaped dip on a one-day chart. On the 22nd, we have another move to the upside. There is what appears to be, it's either the 22nd or the 21st, actually. There's another big move, an unexpected move to the upside to reach another month's crest. I'm advised to buy protection, so somewhere in there on the 22nd or 23rd, there's a little bit of a drop. Out of that drop, probably overnight, we have a breakout out of that local low on the 23rd. So one local low on the 1-day chart for the 23rd. Another swing trade opportunity there that involves a U-shaped dip. And the rally increases with momentum as we move forward through into the day. A male ruler is highlighted around the 24th. We're a ruler of nations, I should say, and we establish support, what appears to be near high, when there's bullish sideways rotation along that's new support. And there's one local low that forms when we have when we have a decline from a peak or crest. It'll be a notable decline on a 1-day chart. On the 25th, we have a prominent move higher. That'll stand out on a 1-day chart or on a multi-day chart. On the 26th, we have some volatility, but the period of volatility, it appears, ends with a fast sudden move to the upside, either on the 26th or the volatility continues into the 27th, and we have a fast sudden move higher on the 27th. 27th, we reach the month's high. There is an opportunity on the 27th in the midst of all the volatility to open up positions in both directions. So you could buy a triple short XRP token on Coinbase, and if you're a supporter of the channel, you could buy XRP on the Simple Swap through our affiliate link, which you'll see in the comments below. But there's a month's high there, most likely on the 27th. The completion of a bullish rally there on the 28th completes with, or actually it looks like the halting of a bullish trend on the 27th, and then a rally on the 28th that also completes on the 28th with a sharp drop to a local low for the 28th. On a 1-day chart, there'll be one low, and it'll form when there's a sharp drop off of a rally that fails. On the 29th, we have a notable fake out of some sort. There's a shakeout or a fake out of some sort here on the 29th, so be very, very careful. Don't do anything impulsive on the 29th. One swing trade opportunity in the midst of some sideways rotation. There's a sharp dip within that period of sideways rotation. And same thing for the following day, a sharp dip within a period of sideways rotation, marking an opportunity to trade, place a swing trade. And we have sideways fluctuations along support level on the 30th. But it looks like that high is a good opportunity to be prepared for a downturn. I'm advised to play both directions. Just be prepared for a downturn, because it looks like we likely have a downturn due to something with Congress or something with some sort of not so often appearing legislative leader of some kind in the following month. And that's XRP for September 2022, my friends. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. When you make money from this reading, remember that rule of karma. Pay a little bit of it forward. I say take 10% and you put it aside. You take half of that and you pay it forward. Somebody who needs it's not expecting it. Pay it forward. Keep the flow going. The other 5%, you pay it backwards to our Cash App or Approveb, or go through our Simple Swap referral link and buy your crypto through there. That would be supportive as hell. Whatever you got to do with that other 90%, make sure you do it out of love. And as long as you do it out of love, the universe is going to get better and better. The universe is going to send that love back at you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.